Fantasy Fanatics, what's going on? It's your boy B Star with Fantasy on the Go, checking in again with your top wide receiver waiver wire ads for week 3 of the 2015 season. Want to hit you again off top. If these are not owned in your league, run and grab them. Don't walk, run to that waiver wire and grab them. I'm talking Stevie Johnson and James Jones. James Jones first, Stevie 2. Sheer volume and production is guaranteed at this moment. Stevie's may go down a little bit once Antonio Gates comes back, but that may remain to be seen. He fills that slot Eddie Royal left and fills it pretty nicely if you've been watching or seen any highlights of what they've got going on over there in the San Diego Chargers area. James Jones, speaks for itself. 3 touchdowns, almost 4 or 5 due to the ones that were called back or out of bounds. Rodgers is basically targeting him. I was heavy on Adams before they got James Jones. I actually have a lot of stock involved in Adams and not pleased about it, but it is what it is. So James Jones is eating into that. If you are slick and sly, trade Davante Adams ASAP for somebody heavy. Hopefully they bait on the fact that it's Rodgers and you may be able to get a good wide receiver 1 in place of Adams, who is sliding almost to a 3 in my opinion. Okay, aside from the people that are already taken, here's who I think should be taken as the top ads for the waiver. Moncrief. Donte Moncrief out there in Indianapolis. I don't care how bad the Colts are looking right now. That boy is flat out balling. He's averaging 7, 8 touches, targets, catches every week. That's numbers, man. He's up there. He's getting looked at by Luck. Basically the only one Luck seems to trust. At least while Hilton seems to be injured or not there. And Johnson does not seem to be wanting to play at all, except for when he wants to run and make 20-yard catches every once in a while. So I would stick with Moncrief on that situation. My next player would be Crabtree over there with the Raiders. If he's not taken, pick him up. I believe he got 9 targets this week. Right next to Amari. Him and Amari together is going to be a tandem pair. Might go Crabtree for number 2. Alright, my third choice for the wide receiver would be Rashard Matthews. He's just seeming to be explosive, and he's low-key under the radar type guy that you might want to pay attention to. Right below him would be Leonard Hankerson. He's no longer with the Redskins. He's actually out there with Atlanta. And the targets we thought Roddy White would get, apparently Hankerson's getting. So that would be my 4th, maybe 3rd, depending on your situation or your league, if some of those first 2 are taken. As well as Travis Benjamin. Now, here's the thing with him. I'm iffy on the situation him and Manziel have. Yeah, they do have the deep target possibility, but that makes him, in my opinion, wide receiver 3, 4, sometimes flex worthy based on matchup. When you're only getting 3 or 4 catches a game, it's not going to pull the numbers through unless you had those big hits. Yes, he's had them 2 weeks in a row, but is that sustainable throughout a season? It's highly unlikely. So that would round up my entire waiver wire choices for the wide receiver in week 3 for 2015. Boy B Star signing out for Fantasy on the Go.